do a video on You Can't Run from God. Here's what I was going to do. I was just going to sit here like this, get all nice and comfortable, and do the video You Can't Run from God. And I was going to use, my phone right here. But when I went over here to say, you know what, I think I'm going to go to my YouTube channel and I'm going to come down here. Watch me. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do a live video. It won't let me. All it will let me do is upload a video. See, I've had this problem before, because normally you should be able to do that. Push this right here and do a live video. Oh no, they want me to only upload a video. So I thought, that's fine. That's fine. That's why I got my one phone that I ran over with my Jeep tire. Right there, I still kept it. You can't run from God. And you know what just entered my mind? Somebody's thought, I heard it in my mind. Watch me. And then I'm going to respond to that thought. Watch me run from God. Well, you're right. A lot of people do watch those who run from God. They're keeping a track on them. They're watching them as they run. What happens in their life? Oh, they watch them. So that's, watch me. And we're watching you. We're watching you. You can't run from God. You cannot. It doesn't matter where you go. You could go to some far off remote location. You could. Thinking God's not going to find me here. I'm going to be really quiet. I'm going to lay low. I'm going to lay low. You may be telling yourself, it's like trying to hide from the government. I'm going to go off grid. I'm going to lay low. I'm going to hide from the government. They're not going to find me. I'm going to go off grid. They can find you. They have ways they can find you. Now, I'm not saying the government is God, but I'm trying to, relate it to something, how people think that they can hide. The big brother ain't going to know what they're doing. The AI ain't going to be able to find out. Rosie, honey, you can do it. You're a baby. You can't run from God. That's the message. And I wanted to sit there and use my new phone to do the video on in that chair and relax. And good morning. And I decided, you're not going to go live on this phone. That's fine. I got this phone. I can go live on this phone. And if I couldn't go live on this phone, I would go live on my iPhone 8. And if I couldn't go live on my iPhone 8, I'd come on my big computer. Where there is a will, there is a way. It's so beautiful out today. It's really beautiful. Yeah, you can't. Hello, Plug Ugly. Good morning, Frank, honey, Michael, Ricky, Jackie, Dennis, Ricky, Shelly, V. We got it, Vonda. Yes, we got word. Word. What's word mean? Is that like a slang? Like, yep, that's right. No, you can't hide from God. It doesn't matter where you go. You think you're going to lay low. You're going to hide from God. Oh my gosh, I've got to put my hand in front of my face. What on earth is going on up there? Something's going on, because look at all of that. Before the sun came up, there was lines all through this thing right here. That is blinding. It makes it all blinding so you can't really see. Oh, it's a slang. Okay, I got you. If you're just tuning in, good morning. You can't run from God. And I heard it in my head. Watch me. Watch me. Do you know what a statement like that means to God? When someone that's like saying, watch me, God, I am going to run from you. And God is this omnipresent, all-powerful being out there. No. He may let you think you're running from him. He may say, go ahead. You want to say that to me? You go ahead and run, and we're going to watch the path of destruction that happens to you as you run away from me. Run away from me. You'll see the path of destruction. Since you left the shelter of my wings, you decided you wanted to fly away yourself. Watch. We're going to watch the path of destruction. Yeah, don't try to play games with God. Don't even say that to God. Watch me run away from God. Watch me run away from my calling. Watch me do what I want to do. Let me do what I want. I heard that a lot. I have heard that a lot throughout life. Let me do what I want. Well, if you've heard that, if you as a parent, if you had a child say that, or friends at the co-workers and stuff, let me do what I want. And you just stand there and you may think to yourself, well, they sound pretty adamant, really, really adamant. I guess I'm going to let you do what you want to a certain extent. And then you do what you want and you find out what you want ain't really what you want. It actually didn't do good for you. It didn't, you all. No, you can't run from God. You can't. Watch me. Do you think that I could run from the government? Could you run from the government? If the government wanted to find you, do you not think the government can find you? They got drones now. They got ways of tracking your every single move. They can find you. Now, you don't want to tempt fate. You don't want to play with that great big wheel of fate. You don't. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. You do not. You can't run from God. Some people run their whole entire life, think, well, God hasn't caught up with me yet. That statement right there, God hasn't caught up with me yet. Did it ever occur to you that God is just sitting in the background, sitting up there, you can't see, and he's got his angels watching also, watching you the whole time? You ain't caught up with me yet. No, he's been watching you. It's like the watchers in the sky. There is a such thing as the watchers, that they're supposed to be up there in the sky watching everything we do. The watchers hasn't got caught up with me yet. Well, that's like the government. The government's watching you too. Well, the government hasn't got me yet. They haven't taken me down yet. No, they're watching you. They're watching you. They're just letting you see how far will you go till we have to come and get you and lock you up, more or less. Let's think about it like that. There's people who try to run away from the law. They do. They ain't going to catch me. They're not going to catch me. No, because they're watching you. It's like those sting operations, those where the FBI, the government watches people for years, how they bring down these great big gigantic rings. Well, they ain't stopped me yet. No, they've been watching you the whole entire time. And when the moment is right, they're going to come in and they're going to take you all to jail. Take you all to jail. They're going to bust that ring. Just because nothing's happened to you yet doesn't mean that something ain't going to happen to you. You try to run away from the law. You try to run away from God and everything's going smooth. No, you're being watched. You are being watched. Every single thing you do, everything you say, every place you go, and in most cases, even your thoughts now are being watched. Somehow the powers on this earth have found a way to monitor your thoughts also. Just like God. It's like that spiritual realm. They're monitoring your thoughts. It's like it's mimicking it. Mimicking God. Mimicking. He will set himself up as God. Yeah. Probably not liking what they see. Let me flip this around. We brought some of those citrus plants up from the basement. supposed to get down to around 30 tonight. We did not bring up the figs or the bananas because, oh, look, the grapes are forming on the vine. Aren't they cute? They look really beautiful. These are table grapes, and they're green, and when they get ripe, they're delicious. They really are, big clusters of them. I should make sure I fertilize them somehow. I used to train them. We haven't cut back the branches or anything like that yet. But it's okay. They're hacking our phones. Edward, honey, they got it. They're watching you on your phone, how many keystrokes that you do on your phone. Well, not my other phone. They didn't want me to go live. On that phone, they took away that. You know what? Even turning my phone off when that happens, turning my phone off and then back on, it doesn't fix it. You know what I have to do? Totally delete it from off my phone and then reload it, and it lasts for a little bit. I cannot really use that phone to go live, and that's why I've got this one for some strange reason. It's okay. It's very brisk out here. I thought, that's not Rosie up on there. You are. No, you can't run from God. There's the number 117 again. 117. I've been seeing it for 3 weeks, going on 4 weeks now. That's okay. Yeah. The storms are coming this week. Mr. Hamilton, what kind of storms are they? Somebody may say the wrath of God is coming. The wrath of God is coming. And it's been coming for quite a while. And it's already been falling on people. It's already been falling on governments. It's already been falling everywhere. The wrath of God. It's like the hammer of Thor. Like that. Like, boom. Thor's hammer. Yeah, it's coming. You got my 117 energy report I sent you. I don't know where you sent it at. If it was in the comment section, sometimes your comments, when they're long, they throw them into the held for review. They do. And I can approve it, and then somehow, I don't know what happens to them after that. Yeah. Hello, Darla. Oh, in the comments, I haven't had a chance to go through all the comments. I haven't. I like to get up in the mornings and just relax. Just relax, go through some of the comments, and then of course I got a life. I've got a life. That sounds interesting, 117, whatever report, y'all. Something is up there. Let me see what this looks like in this inverted mode. Let's see. I can't even hold my hand in front of the phone to even block out the sun, because all around the sun, you know how they spray it? They make it so bright, you can't even see, even if you put your hand above your face to try to see that sun. Oh, that looks really interesting. Wow. We've got it. That looks really pretty. It does. It's giving me a hot flash. That sun's hot and it's giving me a hot flash. You can't run from God. That is the comment. That is the title of this video. And I was going to sit in my chair. I thought I'm going to sit right here in this chair. Just relax and do my video on my new phone. No, you don't go live, Gina. So I got this phone. Yeah. You can't. You can't run from God. You can't run from the government. You can't. You may say, well, they ain't caught up with me yet. No, they're watching you. Come on, use your common sense. You're being watched. You're being watched. If you're on social media, you're being watched. If you have a cell phone, you're being watched, you're being tracked. And some will go as far as to say that we're all being tracked because of the nanoparticles, the nano whatever particulates. We got the nanotechnology all in our body. They can follow us anywhere we go. They can pick it up. Well, in the spiritual realm, you are always being watched, no matter where you go, because your energy leaves a signature. And let me tell you something about your energy signature in the spiritual realm. It's very identifiable, and that's undeniable. You got an identifiable energy signature in the spiritual realm. And when you came to this earth, You had it. You had it. You can't get rid of it. You can't. I see Rosie down in the mulch. You can't get rid of your energy signature. It's unique to you and only you. So you can't run from God. You can't hide from God. You can't hide from the spiritual realm. You can be guarded from certain forces in the spiritual realm by other good spiritual beings, which a lot of us are. You're protected and guarded against the bad spiritual. You are. You know you are. No, you can't run from God. You've been running my whole life. You say, watch me. Yeah, we do watch people who run from God. And it's painful. It's really not a laughing matter. It's really painful to watch it. It is. You ever see those, like the people who want to run from the police. They get in their cars. I'm going to outrun the police. No, you're not. They're sending the police cars out after you. They're shutting down the highways and they got helicopters over top you. How are you going to run? And then they're going to send the drones out. You can't run from the police. You can't run from the FBI, the CIA, the government. There's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can hide. You'd be in a safe place if you were under the wings of the Almighty. That's your safest place to be. Sheltered within the arms of Jesus. Hide me in those wings. Shelter me in your wings, under your wings. Shelter me under your wings. That's your safest place. That's right. You're like that 99 who left the one who left the whole 99 flock and they just wandered off by themselves. You're like the prodigal son. You see what happened? I don't need you. No, give me what I want now. I want to do what I want to do. Very well. Here's all your inheritance. Go do whatever you want to do. And he did. He just went off and did whatever his desires within him wanted to do. Partied, did it all. All the while, I'm sure his father knew what was going on. Then he finally, thank God, came to his senses. Came to his senses and he came back home. And he was accepted. He was. But he wanted to do what he wanted to do. He didn't want to have didn't want to answer to nobody. Just let me do what I want, he said within his being. Let me do what I want. He did. He had an insatiable appetite within him. So the story goes. It was insatiable and he just fed it and fed it and fed it and fed it in all the ways that he could imagine. He did it. And it brought him to utter ruin. Utter ruin. No. Come on, you can't run from God. If you say, watch me, yeah, a lot of people watch people running from God. A lot of people, we living in a day and age now is when you run from the police, the whole world can watch you. The whole United States of America can watch you in your car or in your truck or even on foot running away from the law, from the long arm of the law. And then when they catch you, the whole United States and the whole world can watch you as you're put on trial. Now let's put that into the spiritual realm. The whole entire spiritual realm watches you running from God. The whole entire spiritual realm. They can watch you be put on trial by God. The whole entire spiritual realm. Don't play that game, you all. Don't. You don't end well. Now, granted, things happen for a reason. If it wakes you up, in the end, I mean, it's good. But going through it ain't too good. It's like you've been there, done that. No, I'm tired of running. Tired of running from God. I'm tired of running from the spiritual laws of God. There are spiritual laws and universal laws in this world. And beyond this world, universal spiritual laws that you do not break. Just because you may think you can get away with those types of things on this earth, in this 3D realm, in this physical world, don't think the spiritual world will not hold you accountable. You will be held accountable for breaking universal spiritual laws. You may not feel it on this earth at the moment you do it, you may think I can do whatever I want. The universe is watching. The spiritual realm is watching. This is the year of karma. It's the 8. You reap it really fast is what happens. That's why you got to be really careful what you do, what you say. There's also another phrase that entered my mind this morning. Well, you know, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And then this other, hatred begets hatred. Love begets love. It's like hatred gives birth to hatred. Love gives birth to love. Jealousy gives birth to jealousy. Envy gives birth to envy. Discord gives birth to discord. Arguments give birth to more arguments. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. You're given birth. Your thoughts give birth. Whether you think they do or not, they bring forth birth in the spiritual realm and sometimes in the physical realm. Your very thoughts, your very words, you're giving birth. Yeah, you can't run from God. And you say, watch me. Yes, God watches you. He ain't caught up with me yet. How do you know? How do you know that you're not being watched? But you are. That's how they set up those sting rings. Sometimes, how long do they set up these things when they're watching these, try to bring down a whole entire organized crime ring? It could be years they watch these rings. And they wait till they got enough information to where they bring them down. Bring them down. But all the while they've been watching and letting them do whatever they wanted to do, gathering as much information on them as possible. Yeah. Let me read this. You must admit, Edwin, one of my sins, there's no bigger rush on the surface like outrunning the law in a police chase. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Oh, no, you all just be careful with your life. Be careful with your life on this earth. Just know. You may think, oh, it's fun and games. No, it's not fun and games. We're talking about your life on this earth. It's not fun and games. Yeah, it might be fun while it's happening, but then sooner or later that game comes to an end. And then what are you going to do? What you going to do when the game ends? No. Oh, no. No, see, I don't like that loud, I think that's a blue jay or something. They got a loud mouth. They really do. Okay, where am I supposed to be? Gina, you're talking about you can't run from God. You can't run from God. You can't run from the government. You can't run from the FBI, the CIA, the police. They're going to sooner or later catch you up. And you can't go about breaking universal laws thinking, oh, nothing's going to happen to me on this physical earth. Okay. You know, if it don't happen to you, it can happen to things that are important to you. You can. Like a domino. It's like how these crime things, if they can't get to you, they go after your family. They take away what's dearest to you till they get your attention. They do. And it's not nice. Don't put it beneath the devil to do something like that. The devil wants your soul. The devil wants your soul. You may say, well, he ain't getting my soul. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear you're not going to sell your soul to the devil. I'm really glad that you're not going to do that. Yeah. I'm going to go. I am going to go, you all. Oh my gosh. No. No, you can't run from God. None of us can. Gina, can you run from God? Oh, I've tried it a few times in my life. I didn't get very far. I didn't get very far. When I say I didn't get very far, it didn't take long at all for my conscience to get the best of me. That's right. It did not take long at all. Gina, what are you doing? You're right. What am I doing? Didn't take long. No. You've been there. You've done that. Oh my, it's like your security, you got an internal security system that kicks into gear. You're running from God. Well, you got that internal security system that's tracking you too, your conscience. Your angels, you do got angels watching over you too. He gives his angels, they're ministering spirits, is what it says. They watch over you to guard your ways. That's right. That's right. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, I hope you're all having a beautiful morning. I do. So before you start running, oh, that sounds really beautiful. This wind chime. Yeah, don't run. Stop your running. I see Rosie moving around down there. Rosie, honey, where you going? You going to go look for some voles? Are you, Rosie? Okay, Rosie. Yeah. Yeah, I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, it is. It's really beautiful. The singing bowls are pretty too. They are. Let me see. Okay, that's enough of the singing wind chimes. I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, you all. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and listen, because it's really beautiful out. It is. We got these wind chimes. Thank you, moderators. Thank you all again for your comments. It's so green. Green and lush. There she goes. She's going down there. She's going to the area of the vole. She's going to the vole land. This finished. My husband got the weeds out. That's the compost pile where the voles live and probably snakes. She wants to get in there. She does. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You all, love you.